Hi, I'm Nadia.
And I'm Nicole. Welcome to the Wealth Twins channel.
Today we're talking about generational wealth building. We're going to tell you exactly what generational wealth building means, the main reasons why your kids need to be involved, and 5 ways you can start building generational wealth for your family right now.
Now, if that sounds good to you, hit that like button and let's get started.
Now, you've probably heard the term generational wealth building and how it's so important for the future of your family. But besides being a fancy buzzword, what does it actually mean?
Well, to make sure we are on the same page, today we're going to break down the term generational wealth building into its parts and explain exactly which one of these words means what, okay? Yep. So the first thing is, what is wealth building? Now, wealth building is the process of using tools and tactics to actively begin increasing your net worth.
Yeah, your net worth is the value of your assets, the things you own and can sell them for money, minus the value of your liabilities, the things you owe and you have to pay money for.
Yep, those are the bills, people. Anything that takes money out your pocket is a liability.
Yeah, the higher the number you get when you calculate your net worth, the wealthier you are. What's interesting about net worth is that when you calculate the number, you don't get to include your income you get from your job. Instead, you include the cash you have saved.
Yep. Income isn't included because the minute you become unemployed, you lose this income, so it cannot be considered an asset.
Don't consider your asset.
Yeah, we've seen the stories play out time and time again where there's a celebrity or an athlete making millions of dollars, and then when they stop playing or doing what they do, they just can't even cover their living expenses.
It's sad.
Yeah, and that's because wealth is not linked to how much you make, but by how much you have saved. Now, in order to be wealthy, you have to have assets that aren't linked to your job.
Yeah. Wealth is unique in a way that you can have it even without having a high income.
Mm-hmm.
For example, look at the retirees who spend half the year in different climates, okay? And they're still able to spoil their grandchildren. These guys travel and make their own schedule without having to go to work every day. Why? Because they're living off of their wealth.
Yep. Now, there are many strategies that can be used to build wealth, but they all have one thing in common.
What is that?
And that is that they're all long-term and basically risk averse. Now, most people who want to build wealth, they try to achieve it by actually using strategies that are only meant to increase income. They end up using the wrong methods and they miss out on the main factors of wealth building, which is increasing net worth.
Yep. If you focus only on income, you have a good shot at being rich. However, if you focus on increasing your net worth, not only do you have a chance of being rich, you also have the chance at wealth, where you're no longer concerned about your money because you have it anytime you need it, and it can sustain you no matter if you're working or not.
Mind blown, guys, really. Now, trying to only become rich can be risky. Building wealth doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be.
Now, question for you guys. Do you agree with us that focus on becoming rich can be risky, but that wealth building doesn't have to be? Yes or no, down in the comments. We want to hear what you think.
Now that we understand wealth building means increasing your net worth, let's get into what it means for it to be generational. Did you know that by definition alone, wealth is already generational? If your wealth doesn't last generations, then the problem isn't wealth. It's who you're leaving your wealth to.
Yep. That's because no matter how wealthy you are, your wealth can only last generations if your heirs protect it and help continue to build it, okay?
And make it grow.
Yeah, because look at it. Just look at families like the Vanderbilts, who have lost massive amount of fortunes and wealth due to poor money-making decisions, okay? The heirs had that money when they first started, but then that money dwindled and dwindled.
Yeah, so we believe if you're really serious about learning how to build generational wealth, then what you should really be learning are the steps you can take so that your family knows how to protect it. So here are 3 ways you can start building wealth right now, and 2 ways you can begin laying the foundation for your family to keep it going for generations. And this is what we all want.
Yep. Now, the first one is teach your children the difference between price and value and how they're both connected to wealth building.
Yep.
Now, we have young children, and we actually do this with them. Whenever our kids ask for something that they want, we ask them to compare it to something else that they could buy for the same price that can actually generate more value, okay? Like, for instance, my daughter, my eldest one, she loves LOLs, okay? And she wanted this LOL surprise case that she just said she had to need it. Now, if you know nothing about LOL dolls, then you're lucky because these things are addictive and expensive.
I can't stand it. It's too much plastic too.
That's a judgment call. Anyway, now the case was close to $100, like I said, and she said she needed to have it. However, once I asked her, would you rather have the LOL case or how about a bike that you could ride and use for years? When she thought about it, she decided that she wanted the bike and that the LOL case wasn't actually worth it.
Now, teaching your children about making spending decisions based on value and not just price changes their thinking and gets them to stop chasing all the shiny little things, okay? As they get older, you can compare the value of what they want to the value of investing their money. The younger you start, the easier it is to shift their focus to building wealth. When they have their own money, they will know that there are multiple ways to use it as a tool and not just blow it on just anything that comes up.
Now, number 2 just might be the hardest one on this list for us to do and for many people to do because we want you to actually commit to developing a generational building mindset.
Generational wealth building mindset. Building wealth is a long-term plan that you can actually have a lot of control of how successful you'll be at it, okay? However, you need to come to terms with the fact that it's not always going to be fun or sexy. It takes discipline to say, I'm going to sacrifice what I'm going to spend today in order to build wealth for tomorrow.
It's not easy, guys, but you have to have that discipline. You will also have to make decisions in the short term that will work out best for you in the long term, okay? Generational wealth is about stacking assets. So you have to first be able to buy those assets.
Can't stack what you don't have, right?
And the only way to buy assets is to intentionally direct money towards them. The way you get more money to direct towards building wealth is by either cutting expenses or making more money.
Everybody knows that this requires a mindset shift. If you understand that you might have to make difficult choices in the short term in order to get more choices in the future, then building wealth becomes easier. You change your mindset and then you will watch your wealth grow.
True. Change the mind, guys. Now, the third thing is what, Nadia?
Start tracking your net worth.
True.
Okay? The simplest way to do it is just to create a spreadsheet that has 2 columns. One column is labeled assets and the other column is labeled liabilities. In your assets column, you will put the items such as saving, what you have in your savings account, your retirement account, jewelry, etc., right? In the liabilities column, you'll put items such as your school loans, the amount remaining on your home mortgage, credit card debt. You understand? After you have all of the items you can think of listed, subtract the amount of your liabilities from the amount of your assets. This end number is your net worth.
Now, to make it easy for you guys, we have a little net worth sheet that we created that you can download so you can easily find out what your net worth is in less than 30 minutes. For that download, please check the link below in the description of this video.
Once you know your net worth, you can then start taking steps to increase it, either by increasing your assets or lowering your liabilities. Then you start building your wealth.
Number 4. We want you to learn about dividend investing.
Dividend investing.
You heard us before. If you've seen us before, you know we talk about dividend investing on this channel. Now, dividend investing is a long-term investing strategy meant to give you passive income. Dividends are payments you receive from companies just for holding the stock. Now, remember, we mentioned that income in the beginning. We said that is not the income that you receive from your job that should be included in your net worth because it stops the minute you're unemployed. However, since dividends are passive income and aren't linked to your job, the money you make from dividends is considered an asset and is included in your net worth number.
Once we started growing and focusing on our dividend income, our net worth game started changing, okay? We believe in the power of dividends as a real way to build wealth and as an easy way to keep it growing for generations. Number 5, set up a custodial brokerage account for your children so that you can start investing for them. A custodial account is an investing account that you can trade on your child's behalf. The way you set up a custodial account for investing is through a broker, like Fidelity, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab.
Now, we have a few videos discussing our thoughts about these brokerage companies, as well as the different ways you can begin investing on Charles Schwab. If you're interested, check out the videos we have linked at the end of this one.
At the end of the day, building generational wealth is all about learning the right strategies that can help you reach your goals and then teaching those same strategies to your heirs to protect the wealth you worked so hard to create.
Building generational wealth is worth it because you can limit the financial uncertainty that your family can face. You also have more freedom in your life and the ability to make choices without taking into account your employment.
Yeah. Money is meant to be a tool. Why not use it to build generational wealth and security for you and those you love?
Now, Nadia and I grew up poor, and we made a commitment to ourselves that we would build generational wealth and break the cycle of poverty for our family.
Yeah.
You know, we knew even if we started small, as long as we had time on our side, made focused financial decisions, we could start building wealth rather than sitting back and wishing we had it.
Yeah.
We're not called the Wealth Twins for nothing, okay?
Yeah, exactly. If you want to take the first step and start building generational wealth today, download our 5 ways to invest in your children. It's free and the link is in the comments. If you're serious about building wealth, then it's time to start doing it.
Yes. If you like what we shared in this video with you, show these twins some love.
Show us some
Subscribe
love
to the channel and share this one with someone that you really care about. See you guys in the next video.
See you in the next video.